Hey everybody out in YouTube land, my name is Mike and I love guitars. In today's video, we're going to check out some newly released guitars from EVH Guitars. Let's do this. Now, I know these guitars were actually released a few weeks ago, but I've been working on making some improvements to my room, and my day job has been incredibly busy lately. So this is really the first chance I'm getting to make a video in several weeks. So we're going to take a look and see what we've got here. All right, here we go. Let's see what we've got. Well, first things first, of course, being EVH Guitars, we've got to have an EVH striped paint job. So we've got a Wolfgang Special striped. Looks really cool. I know everybody loves the EVH paint job, so I'm no different. $1,600. $1,600 isn't a horrific price, but you know, the cost of everything is going up these days. A lot of people like to call out specific retailers for their price increases, but if you look at pretty much all guitars are going up. I'm also going to try and make this video a little more concise and to the point than my last reaction video, because I realized later that that one was all over the place and went on way too long. So we've got chrome hardware. Is that a rosewood or ebony fretboard? Let's look at the neck. Quarter sawn maple neck, bolt on, of course. Fretboard, ebony. Okay, so that's cool. Nice ebony fretboard. Thought it looked pretty dark. Jumbo frets. Floyd Rose R2. Dot inlays, which, you know, Eddie always had fairly simple fretboards. So nothing, yeah, this is kind of what you would expect. I do dig the paint job. I wouldn't mind having one of these. This is really cool. It's not my favorite one. We'll get into my favorite one in just a minute. But so next up is the EVH Stripe Series Circles. I don't know a huge amount about the lore of Eddie's guitars, but apparently this one has a history. So, you know, again, a cool guitar. Has got the super Strat body shape, and then I think this is the the bye see you later stuff that he had on the back of his guitar back in the day. So, and again, basswood body, which I believe the Wolfgang was as well. Maple neck with a maple fretboard on this one, and of course just the dot inlays. More chrome hardware. You know, really cool. The compound radius, which is nice. Yeah, again, it's a cool guitar. Not a huge fan of that paint job. It's just, I would much prefer the stripes if I was going for the classic Eddie look. So these are cool. The exotic wood guitars, because I'm a big fan of seeing wood grain. I've been in bands with people who think that flame maple is hideously ugly and they only ever want to see solid color paint jobs, but I like seeing the wood. I'm a little bit of a dad rocker there. So $800 price tag, which is not bad. A little breakdown of how the pickup selectors work. So looks like maybe the whole body is zebra wood and not just a zebra wood cap, which would be cool. Something a little different. Baked maple fingerboard, baked maple neck. Again, a very cool guitar. Looks like it's a stained body on the back. So not actually, that's a completely different wood grain. So yeah, I guess that zebra wood is just a cap, which is fine. Natural body binding. So it doesn't really, not seeing anything jumping out talking about it being just a cap, but again, you can obviously tell from the shot of the back. There's another walnut, which is cool. I kind of dig walnut guitars. I am working on getting my hands on a 1979 DePaul, which is a walnut guitar. Very cool guitars. Looks like, again, probably a baked maple neck. So yep, baked maple. Again, I satin finish on it, which is cool. And then again, the stained red back, which is cool. Looks good. I'm sure this has a compound radius. Yep. On the fretboard. So Mostly spec-wise, these are very similar, just essentially different body shapes, different tops on the body, different paint jobs. This is a pretty wild paint job, and actually I really dig these because again, I like the wood grain, that quilted look. I really like these. I think these are really pretty. Still not my favorite. We'll get there, but like I said, I think these are really good looking guitars. $1,300, which is not much in the grand scheme of thing with the way things are priced these days. It's not a bad price for these. And again, it's going to be the basswood body. I can get all the way down. So yeah, basswood body, quarter sawn baked maple neck, and then baked maple fretboard. So yeah, I particularly like this series. I think these are a very attractive looking guitars. Really dig that purple, although not huge on gold hardware, but I dig the color. This one might be the most wild. I really like that burst. But now we're going to get to my favorite one. My favorite of these new guitars is a silver burst. And as I've said before, I know it's trendy right now to say you love silver burst, but I've been a fan of silver burst guitars since back in the 90s, and I stick to that. I've always loved them. And I dig the blacked out hardware on it too. And I really dig that it's a teardrop shape and not just a rim burst. I think rim bursts are cool, and I've seen a few silver burst rim burst guitars that I would love to have. But the teardrop shape that's my preferred shape for a silver burst. This is really cool. And again, bolt-on neck, maple neck, and I'm sure that's an ebony board. Yep, ebony fretboard. Compound radius again, jumbo frets. They do have the pearl dots on this one, which is nice, or pearloid dots on this one, which is nice. Basswood body and a gloss finish on it. Yeah. If I was going to get any one of these EVH guitars, I'd probably get the silver burst because that's just too cool. Like seriously, that's too cool. So $1,250. We'll see what the Guitar Center card can withstand this year. I don't know. That'll be a tough call, but we'll see. And then let's see, we got a gold top, which I'm not a fan of gold tops. And then what is that? Like a seafoam? That's what it looks like. I mean, these are cool. They're like, solid colors. The black is cool, especially with the black headstock. That's kind of a vibrant, cool blue color. But the silver burst is where it's at. That's for sure my favorite one of all of these. Now, the shark guitar, not my thing. It's from what I understand, it's kind of a controversial guitar. A lot of people love it. A lot of people don't. Supposedly, Eddie himself didn't like the way it sounded after he chopped it up. That's what I've read. I don't know how accurate that is, but I know it didn't last long in his arsenal. Not my thing, but for whoever does like it, awesome. Wish you the best. Hope you buy it and love it. And especially $1,900. That'd be a real tough sell for me. I mean, it's a set neck, which most of the others are all bolt-ons. So, yeah, set neck. But $1,900, that'd be a hard sell for me. Just me. Now, these harken back to my youth. And I like these. Guilty pleasure, I like these. Kind of cool. They got the toggle switch in more of a Les Paul position, or it's basically the same spot as the Wolfgang, essentially. But it also has a kill switch, which is cool. Still never had a guitar with the kill switch. I wouldn't mind trying one day. So I got the D-Tuna chrome hardware. I mean, this is an 80s shredder guitar, just in case you couldn't tell by the paint job alone. And then we've got a blue sparkle, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't hate that color. That's kind of a cool color. And then I think this is like a matte black. Let's see what we got. So yeah, it's a satin. So, ebony fretboard, bolt-on neck. Yeah, I dig these. If I was going to buy a straight up 80s shredder, and I used to own an 80s shredder way back in my youth, and I haven't had one in a long time, but if I was going to buy an 80s shredder, it'd either be one of these or like an old school Kramer Barretto, which I'd still love to get my hands on another Kramer Barretto one day. So like an old school, like pre-striped Frankenstein stripe. This is kind of cool. I think this one would probably appeal more to like the nostalgic EVH fans. Not my thing, but I think it's cool. It's $1,500. What is it? We got another basswood body, quarter sawn maple neck, black dot inlays, chrome hardware. It's cool. Not for me, but it's cool. I'm just curious how much the made in Japan. There you go. They're $2,700 for the made in Japan Wolfgangs. They're not bad. I actually really like the classier block inlays. I like that a lot. The binding on the body. That's cool. Now some of these have a new tag on them and appear to be repeated, and others don't have the new tag, but they're still all under the new products banner there. So this is a cool top. I love wild wood grain, and this is, I like the Burl top here. This is really cool. Let's see. Yeah, again, that stained red back, so it's just most likely a laminate, but that's okay. And then that was that a baked maple neck? Yep, baked maple neck and fretboard, and poplar burl body, or body top. Okay, so it is a poplar body and just poplar burl top. So yeah, I like it. It's different, which I'm always a fan of guitars that look different. So not too different, but different. I'm a fan of different finishes. Anyway, of course, the classic pre-red striped guitar, single pickup, single knob. I dig that. This one's 1600. Just a straight up tribute to his original black and white striped guitar. Yeah, it's cool. I probably wouldn't get it, but I actually dig this too. This is, again, like more the 80s shredder style, but without the 80s shredder paint job. I might be more inclined to pick up something like this, just because, again, I like wood. Even plain tops. I like wood grain. I'm an old guy. Old guys, we like wood. So this is really cool. Still the maple neck. Okay, an ash body, maple neck. Is that an ebony fretboard again? Yep, ebony fretboard. Again, the compound radius, like all the rest. That, as I've said, the specs are all very similar, but yeah, these are cool guitars, man. Another. Wow, that's bright. Let's take a look at this. We want to talk about the 80s shred machines. This is like, that's still bright, but it's not quite as bright as the hot pink. That's like straight out of a Hawaiian Tropic ad from the 80s or something. That's bright. I don't know if I'm brave enough to pull that off, and I don't know that I would want to try and pull that off. That's a little too pink for my taste. I'm not big on pink, but and that's pretty much everything I wanted to go over today. Like I said, there's quite a few new guitars here. I'm really mostly just kind of like picking out the ones I like the most. If I went through every single guitar, this video would be 2 hours long and nobody would watch it. And that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed checking out these new guitars with me. If you like what you saw, please consider liking and subscribing. And I will see you guys in the next video. Oh man. Here we go. I am getting too old for this.